I'm Marshall.
And I'm Zachary. And these are our projects, Kim and Kylie.
Our physics concept was Newton's first law. Newton's first law encompasses the idea that an object in motion will stay in motion unless acted upon by an outside force, and the law of inertia.
This means that if a soccer ball lands in a goal, the magnitude of its movement will be drastically decreased once it comes in contact with the goal.
The law of inertia is the resistance of any physical object to any change in its velocity.
For example, do you ever feel your body move forward when you are in a car, right when the driver presses on the brakes? That is inertia, and that's your body's resistance to a change in velocity. For our project, there's minimal setup. All that has to be done is checking that the soccer ball, the goal, the crank, and the soccer player are well situated and stable on the platform.
To get the project working, all you have to do is move the crank side to side, stopping it at any point on its journey to see where it lands and how fluently it moves.
Make sure the ball starts at the player. If it starts at the goal, Newton's first law would not make sense.
Our project is a real-life example of Newton's first law. It is a person kicking a soccer ball into a net.
When the soccer ball is by the player, it is stationary. As you move the crank, it is as if the player was kicking the soccer ball and applying an outside force to it that is stronger than all the other forces acting on it. Gravity and friction, for example.
The kick forces the ball into motion, moving towards the goal. The ball experiences certain forces in the air, like gravity and air resistance. These take part in slowing the ball down, but the main component is the goal. As the ball hits the back of the net is an imposing applied force onto the ball that is greater than the force from the player. For a second project, all that has to be done is checking that the axle is in the correct hole so that it spins evenly. As mentioned before, spin the dowel. This will move the piece at the top. It is as if the children are pushing the structure.
This project is also a real-life example of when Newton's first law would apply in real life. When you spin the dowel, it is like the children on the merry-go-round are pushing it. Since the force is a push or a pull, the children are applying forces to it that make it move. Unlike our last project, if you don't touch the dowel, the merry-go-round will continue to move. This is because there's no applied force acting on it that is stronger than the force the children applied to it, unless another child decided to stop it with their hands. In this case, some forces that eventually stop it are friction and air resistance. This is a free body diagram. Free body diagrams are ways in which you can express how forces are acting upon an object, which is represented by the square. This was a look at our projects, Kylie and Kim, 2 examples of Newton's first law.
We hope you enjoyed learning about the law of inertia and its relation to Newton's first law as well.
Thanks for watching our cheesy video.